Time is your friend. A lot of people don't think so, but in business, it is. In this video, I want to show you 3 ways to use time to your advantage so you can start kicking ass today, but really kick ass tomorrow. Check it out. Time is on your side. And right now, if you are not using time to your advantage, you're doing something very, very wrong. When I realized the power of time and doing something for a year where no one was paying attention to you, nobody gave a shit what you were saying, nobody was checking and Googling your name, and all of a sudden, if you keep doing years and years worth of work, all of a sudden, good things happen where they start looking back and finding out that you have been doing this, your business, for a very, very long time. And then that is whenever they say, yes, this is the person that is good enough, committed enough, and willing to stick it out for the long haul. And I want to give this person my money. Number 1, the top thing I'm telling you right now, if you're not doing, it's going to hurt you down the road, is you have to play the long game. Of course, we know that. Everyone says that, the big names. Even whenever I have a very successful month or year, people say, oh, you're going to stock that away and save it for whenever you're older. No, it's all about investing and making the vehicle better, because I think of the long game. I do not care about the short game anymore. So playing the long game, number 1, your name, your business really has to be in the search saved websites like Google and YouTube. They are the top 2 websites that people are actually searching for things, and stuff never goes away. It's always going to be there. And if you use your name and the business name and the content right, 5 years from now, people are going to look back and still find it. And what that does is it shows your progression of where you started and now where you're at now. There's that. But also it shows that you've been doing this long enough. It's a resume that people are able to go back and verify that you know exactly what you're talking about. So YouTube, for example, I still don't even care really about the amount of views. It's really about having enough video content on there to get great at being on video. Also, people who Google my name or YouTube my name, they're able to pull up 400 videos at least that show that I've been doing this long enough, consistent enough, and obviously the quality keeps getting better and better every month or every year, so they're able to see this trajectory. If you're able to make your name, your business name, your content live on somewhere that people are able to find it 5-10 years from now, even after when you're gone, then it gives your business a chance to succeed. And you want to be searchable, you want to be findable. Facebook is not the go-to for this application. Facebook is more of a, you hit and get, or like Twitter and Instagram even. Nobody's searching for anything. It's just there and gone, which is it's not a bad thing. It's a necessity. There's still that. There's still an application for that. But YouTube and Google and blog posts, all these things are going to be, immortal almost. I almost look at it as the most immortal piece of your business. They're always going to be out there. They're always going to live on. Someone's always going to be watching, whether it's in this country or another country or 50 years from now. I don't see those two. They're all one company, YouTube and Google. Google owns YouTube. So I don't see that ever coming down, ever. And I think it's going to live on. They're like Skynet, I think, like in Terminator. What you have to do is you have to use that to your advantage. People say, man, I want to create the next Google or YouTube. Why? Use it to build something else. Don't compete with the biggest giant in the world. Get them on your side. So make sure you're writing blog posts. Whether people are reading them now or not, you have to keep doing them. 5 years from now, if you have enough blog posts, search engines are going to pick up on you. People are going to Google your name and just see that you've been writing, or your team has been writing for years. This is stuff that the big investors, people who have a lot of money, they do a lot of research before they invest in anyone, and they want to make sure you're committed enough. And 1 year is not enough, 2 years is not enough. You have to do this for the long haul. YouTube videos, like I was telling you about, I think the smartest move is to just keep putting out content. and make sure your name's in the title or in the description, or have the links, have ways to get back to your social media, have ways to get to your website. It's about playing the game the right way, but it's not about playing the game and only playing it for this week or this month. It's playing it, what you're gonna put out there today is going to help you 10 years from now. It's the same thing with investments. When you invest your money into, let's just say, a big multi-unit building, you really don't think about that first $5,000 you're gonna make. You're gonna be thinking about, the $5,000 I make in a week, then 3 years from now, and I'll make it consistently for a week or every month or every year, consistently, because it's the long play. You're not thinking about, if I put this money in now, I'm gonna get it out next month. No, you're putting it in now, and 5-10 years from now is whenever you're gonna reap the rewards. Same thing with your YouTube and your Google presence. Make sure you just get started, and whether people watch it or not, it does not matter now. It's the long play. Remember, use time to your advantage. Views go up, you start to get better at the content, you start to look more refined, you start to be tied in with the right affiliates or the right people who are on video. There's a lot of respect to anyone who keeps putting out content, the great ones out there, the people who even teach me what to do now. They're putting out content consistently every day, 5 days a week, and that takes a long time to get to that. But it's also, they have the viewership. Now, that doesn't happen overnight. Maybe in the very beginning, if you're one of the first YouTube people, it's easier to get a lot of attention. Now you're in a battle, but the way to win this battle is to play this game for the long haul. So use time to your advantage, start blogging, getting people writing about you, get on video, putting video content out there every day, maybe 5 days a week, 3 at the minimum, and just have enough out there that if someone were to Google or YouTube your name, something's gonna pop up, so they have a resume to say, I'm gonna look at this person compared to the other person who has only 3 videos out in a year. They're just not committed. Use time to your advantage, Google, YouTube, make sure your name is starting to pop up over and over and over. Number 2, write books. Whether you use our service or not, which we are Dream Starters, the #1 entrepreneur book creation service, we get things done in 30 days. But books are trophies. Trophies, the more you have, the more people are able to look at you and say, this person has been doing it long enough. If you write books once a month, once a year, once every 6 months, my next book's coming out here probably in the next month or 2. That'll be my personal 3rd book. We've been working on about a book a week, and it's helping other entrepreneurs, just getting a lot of attention. So if they would just do it more consistently, 1 book is not enough anymore. You have to keep putting things out there, keep having something to promote. And what happens is 5 years from now, if you put out a book a year and you have 5 books out there, time now is on your side that says, okay, they've not wasted 5 years of their life. They have 5 trophies on their mantle. That means whenever I go to apply for a speaking gig, or if I try to get that client, or if I try to get that investor, I've been doing this for 5 years. I have 5 books out there. You can research me, you can do whatever you want. I'm on YouTube, on Google, I have 5 books. Now, it's easy for them to make a decision. And what you're doing is having time on your side so people can make decisions about you much easier. Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, Ty Lopez, all these, excuse me, all these people are using time to their advantage. They do not put something out there and then just stop. They are using time and making sure that they're putting stuff out there all the time. So they're in your face all the time, but also 5 years from now, there's gonna be such a buildup of activity that it's gonna be like a zero-sum game. They're just gonna be taking all the attention because they are on that roll, they have the attention, they have the money coming in. It's gonna become harder and harder and harder. Unless you use time to your advantage, like having more trophies than them. You can outwork people, all right? You might not be able to outsmart them or out-resource them, but you can outwork people. And if you have more books than the next person, that means something. All right, so make sure if you are a great writer, if you think you can write a lot, make sure you just keep putting stuff down. Or you can use our service and get a book out every month or every 2 months or every 6 months. Keep putting stuff out there, have enough trophies, people look at you 5-10 years from now. It's that consistent approach. They look at you and they say, you're more committed. I'm telling you, I bring that word up a lot to them, a lot of my clients. If you're more committed than the next person, whether you're advertising a lot more, you have more clients, more clout, more, material out there in general, you're going to win the game. Like I said, it's not a 1 month approach or a 6 month or a year or 2 year approach. This is a long game, which is 30, 40, 50 years. The shelf life of an entrepreneur only, goes, well, there's no shelf life, but the value of an entrepreneur only goes up. The longer you play this game of business, the value goes up. So first year, you kind of suck, it doesn't matter. You don't go down. You might fail financially, you might fail and make a ton of mistakes, but your own personal value starts to rise the longer you stay in this game. The more trophies you have, the more books you have, the more videos and blogs, whatever, value starts to increase. So keep putting stuff out there that's an asset. A book is an asset, it's not a liability. A lot of things out there are liabilities. But if you use the internet right and you have books in place, they become assets to you. An asset should increase in value also. So maybe your book doesn't have as many sales. It doesn't matter. That the fact that you have a book differentiates you from the other person. The fact you have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or even 10, now you're really, really hitting the upper echelon. So books. The next part is testimonials. If you have more testimonials than other people, that right there, it doesn't happen in a weekend. You don't get a lot of testimonials. Testimonials is a lot of work. That means you had clients. If you have video testimonials, it's even harder. If you use these testimonials right, and you build them up and you keep showcasing who you've worked with and how long you've been working with them, that does wonders for the potential clients, investors, business partners, potential partners. Having testimonials, gives you relevancy in a certain industry or in a certain group. That is why you need to make sure while you're going through this, you try to get a testimonial a week or a month or a year, or whatever it is, so you have this long list built up. This won't happen overnight. This is a long process. Using time to your advantage and not being under the gun in the startup phase where you're stressing out of even just survival. You need to start building up your testimonials. I've worked with this person, I've worked with this person, I've worked with this person. And if these people now hear these names or see these names and they know those people either directly or they're connected somehow or they know them from watching them on video or on social media, a light bulb goes off to them and says, this person has worked with some of the best or some most interesting people on this planet. I want to do business with that type of person. This is where the law of attraction comes into play. The more attractive you look, the more people start coming into your network. So by building up enough, wins by having testimonials and clients, more people start to see you, whether it's going to be through online or whether it's word of mouth. Just by having a way to show others the quality of your work, who you've worked with, is a reason enough for other people to say yes to doing business with you. Time to your advantage is not just about doing the same thing over and over and over and then eventually saying, take a look at this. It's doing the right things. The right things is showcasing all of the work you've done, who you've worked with, and putting them on a pedestal too. There's many psychological approaches to what we do, but when we help people with books, it's not just about building up our name, it's about building up their name. And when you build up their name, other people see that this company doesn't just care about themselves, they care about their clients. And if you build up other people's names, now you're adding value to other people's lives. So by showcasing testimonials and being proud of who you worked with, once again, you're using that maybe 1 year or 2 years that took you to get that client and work with them and take care of that business for them. You're using that 2 years to maybe make it way easier for you in the next 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, maybe even longer than that. So those are the 3 ways that you can start to use time to your advantage, all right? Blogging, YouTube, Google, search engine, make sure you play that game, play it right. 2, trophies like books, stuff that's an asset. Make sure you keep producing assets, stuff that never really goes away, that you can have and then you can be mentioned as a 5-time author, 10-time author, things that are going to be accolades to your name that you can control and you can simply just do by outworking others. And obviously the third, testimonials. There's 3. Testimonials, making sure that you show the work you've done, and not hiding from it. So those are the 3 ways. Hope you like it. My name is Mike Fallat. I started from zero. We have a 6-figure business that helps entrepreneurs write books in 30 days or less. It's called Dream Starters. And check out the Started From Zero apparel, which is now starting to make its big waves through Instagram. We'll see you in the next one, guys. And remember, stay started. Hey, thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you got anything from it, please like it and share it. For more tips and advice on branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or for anyone who's looking to build it from the ground up, stay tuned for more.